Basic Appraisal Principles, page 416. Social. Social forces include population trends, age distribution and housing trends, and rate of family formation and dissolution, and birth and death rates. Population trends, age distribution and housing trends. Population trends include the actual population. How many people live in a defined area? The rate of growth or decline of the population. The ages, gender, and number of children per household, and occupations and income. The trends in population change over time and affect the buying and selling choices in the market. For example, an appraiser has defined a market and recognizes a demand for properties with 2,000 to 3,000 finished square feet, 3 or more bedrooms, and a yard. After researching the local population, the appraiser found that the predominant population has households with young children. Fast forward 25 years. The same appraiser is appraising a property in the same neighborhood. However, this time the appraiser's research shows a demand for one-level living or low-maintenance properties. After researching population trends, the appraiser finds that the predominant population is older than 50, and most households do not have children. Populations may trend toward certain styles of homes, amenities, or sizes of homes. For example, populations with middle to upper income professions may prefer properties near city neighborhoods with entertainment and restaurants nearby. Rate of family formation and dissolution, birth and death rates. The rate of family formation and dissolution, birth rates and death rates affect the social dynamics of a defined market. A market with predominantly single-parent homes will likely have different demands than families with two parents, or markets with an age range that is predominantly over 65 years will likely have different demands than a population predominantly in its early 20s. An appraiser might see a defined market that is having a baby boom as an indication how this market might change over the next several years. The needs and wants of this market population will likely evolve into a strong interest in schools, parks, certain types of entertainment, and so on. A family formation or divorce rate that is increasing might cause fluctuations in the formation of new households. What type of home does a two-parent family prefer? In general, this type of buyer will look for a home with 3 bedrooms, perhaps near a park or a school, maybe with a second bath and a larger yard. How about the single-parent family? What does this type of buyer desire in a home? Perhaps this buyer will want a similar location to the one the two-parent family wants, but this person or buyer might also be more interested in a property with less exterior maintenance, or perhaps this buyer will look for something with established security. Page 417. There are many variables for each type of buyer. The appraiser needs to understand the desires and needs of the buyers in the defined market to be able to relate population groups to the homes they will be purchasing. Understanding how these variables relate gives the appraiser the ability to trend future housing supply and demand. Housing trends. When analyzing a neighborhood, the appraiser will realize that the market generally trends towards certain housing styles, housing sizes, and specific amenities. For example, in the 1950s, the average size of a home in the United States was 800 square feet. By 1970, the average size of a home had nearly doubled. As we can see, over time, the desires of a market change. How about location? If a home is located in a part of a country that experiences long-term heat, are the demands for this type of home different from the demands for a home in an area that experiences both cold and warm weather? Will the buyer of the homes located in areas with long-term heat demand such things as an outdoor pool, outdoor living space, a cooling system, specific type of flooring, and so on? To understand current and future supply and demand, the appraiser must be familiar with the demands of the local market in terms of housing amenity preferences. Other factors. Other factors that can influence a population are the presence of neighborhood or community groups, police and fire protection, availability of local utilities, and proximity to local shopping, education, and entertainment. Another factor often considered by the buyer is the cleanliness of the neighborhood. A buyer often associates a well-kept neighborhood with an owner's pride in the community. The bottom line is that the appraiser must identify a market's population trend and understand the preferences of that population. The appraiser needs to be able to answer the question, how will this trend affect the actions of the buyers and sellers? And the appraiser must be able to support the final analysis with factual data. The appraiser must not use race, religion, color, gender, or national origin as trending indicators.